Hey followers, I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. Today I would like to approach a topic that I've been thinking of discussing for a while, and that's minimalist shoes. You may have heard of them, you may have Googled them. There's plenty of new brands that are coming out. The choice is ever growing. The type of minimalist shoes, and today I'd like to approach and talk about what they can actually do for you, and then my experience with them, as I've been wearing this mostly exclusively for the past 2.5 years, and it's made a great difference in the health of my ankle and feet and lower extremity. And so it was a little bit of a curve to get to tolerate them. I would suggest that you discuss this with a podiatrist, depending on the type of feet and condition you have, or with your physio. They can help you with that. But prepping your feet with toe spreaders will help, as it will, in this kind of shoes, your toes will be splaying. And it's a very important part of the gait. Your toes should actually splay and get spread out when you walk, so you have a better base of support to push from with your toes. So let me go over a few things about minimalist shoes. So for me, I started, like I said, wearing them a few years ago, and that has addressed. I had a very stiff ankle. My left ankle was I had a very high arch, so what we call supination, and it was very hypomobile. It was not moving very well at all, compared to my more normal to flat right foot and ankle. So this allowed me to gain some balance and mobility, and it's been great. I'm able to stand on my foot for quite a while. I can when I dry my leg after a shower, I can do this for minutes. And before I was really losing my balance going from side to side. So that's been a great change, as well as it helps when I run, having more of that mobility in my ankle. And then just so less overall aches and pain in my foot, like at the end of the day. That feels pretty great, because these really feel like slippers. Like when you stand in them, it feels like you're barefoot, you're really close to the ground, and it feels just like if you wear barefoot but inside a shoe with just a little bit something around your feet. So some of the features of minimalist shoes that you might want to look into are, so first of all, they're going to be all fairly lightweight. Any kind of these shoes, as you can see, there's different types. This is just walking, workout shoes. This is a more casual, walk around, even going out shoe. I have one that's made out of wool. I have another one that's more like like the newer CrossFit type, gym type shoes. I actually even run in these, and it wasn't bad. But running is another. Walking to running, that's another ball game, and that might take you even longer to get to this. But today we'll just concentrate on walking only. This one made, I think, with recycled tires. This is a more casual shoe, and we were talking about the weight. Have you ever seen a hiking boot that is like this and so light? I used to hike with shoes, I think that were 5 pounds each, so that wasn't that great. These you can fold them, put them in a travel bag very easily. When you put them in your luggage, it's an added benefit to have less weight to carry, of course, and they still do what they're supposed to do. So they really hold your ankle well, and they still have a nice traction underneath on the sole, even though they are so lightweight and they are so flexible. So the fact that they're flexible and also have the wide toe box, as you can see, so that wide toe box will allow your feet to splay, and it will also allow you to properly distribute your weight when you stand in them. So you're closer to the ground, obviously. you're closer to the ground, and you can really feel, you will feel everything that's on the ground actually. And at first, after you get used to, after a few weeks or months, you kind of get used to it, and it feels just very natural. And this is great because one of the systems that give feedback to our brain is all the nervous receptors, nerve receptors that are underneath our feet, just like in our hands. Our hands are very sensitive. Our feet are actually quite the same. And we need to, for normal function, we need that feedback from that information that our feet are feeding our brain in order to reposition ourselves, to walk, to avoid things, to have better balance, better reflex, to avoid things for sports, for example. So this is what the wide toe box will allow. With your toes playing, it will also help encourage the muscle to get stronger to support your arch, which is the best thing. We tend to want to add fake arches with orthotics, and if you can use your own natural orthotic, which is really just using your foot muscle the right way, this is really ideal. You'll have a lot less foot pain, a lot less of that feeling of wanting to, when you come back from work, the first thing you do, most people do, will be removing their shoe. I never really have that feeling now since I've been wearing this, so that's been quite great. Let's see what else. White toe box, yes. The weight we talked about. What about the low heel to toe drop? So I'll take a different shoe. This one or that one. As you can see, the height of where the heel would be to the front of the foot is basically the same from the ground. A lot of the traditional shoes, they keep adding more padding, more cushioning, higher. They're making these sneakers now with like this gigantic soles, and that's really a detriment, because when you have a high heel like this, it will put your foot in this position, and instead of having a foot in a neutral position like this, it'll put you like this. It's really going to shorten all the structures in your foot and in your ankle and your leg, the back of your leg. So your Achilles, for example, it's going to become tight. You're going to lose the ability to dorsiflex, which is really important and needed for not only ambulation, but just squatting, bending, getting in and out of a chair, sitting up or down from a toilet, all that kind of, getting in a car. I mean, all this, you gotta have some dorsiflexion. And I think the minimalist shoes will really help you with this, because they don't keep your foot constantly in the plantar flex position all day for 8 hours or more, and will allow a more natural, normal movement, just like nature intended. So that is, I think, one of the best feature. And at first it takes a while to get used to, because we're all used to having so much stuff underneath our arch. Like, I guess for some reason, someone once, people at the shoe company probably decided that we had feet were sensitive and we had to like cushion it, and that's not necessarily the case. An aside to this is, I don't think minimalist shoes will work for everybody. It depends on a lot of things with if you have had chronic conditions with your feet, if you've had surgeries, if you've had some joints that were fused and all this might not work at all. And I would encourage you to talk with a podiatrist or a physio about this, and they can help you with that. Let's see. We talked about the lightweight. We talked about the white toe box. We talked about the lower heel to toe drop. The shoes are obviously, like you've seen, very flexible. So great for putting away and packing. They don't have any extra stuff built in it, which is nice. I think that helps with the weight. There's really not a lot of cushioning. There's and there's just overall minimal support. And I compiled way more information in my blog post that is now available on my website. So I encourage you to read that there. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to contact me. I will answer this. You can DM me or email me. Yes, I would love to have your feedback on what you think, if you've tried those or if you are planning on trying them. I can advise you on what kind you could get. Yes, so please email me, give me feedback, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.